Welcome to Congressional Coffee Corner.
Last week, my colleagues and I made predictions that for the Senate seat, Hawley would win the Senate by 52.45% and Wagner would win the House by 51.67%. 538 made a prediction that McCaskill would win with 49.2%. They also predicted Wagner would win with 51.4%. The results on election night were that Hawley won by 51.4% and Wagner won with 51.2%. So our predictions for the Senate and the House were off by 1% and 0.4% respectively.
It's no surprise that Hawley secured the victory in the Senate. The specific seat in Missouri is historically a swing seat that incumbents have a hard time maintaining. McCaskill maintained the seat longer than anyone anticipated. In 2012, though, it looked as though she was going to lose her re-election bid, but GOP nominee Todd Akin stated that woman could not get pregnant through legitimate rape. Along with President Obama's coattails, these remarks helped McCaskill keep her seat in the past.
The results of District 2 House seat were anticipated as Trump won this state by 19 percentage points, which revealed that the state has become increasingly red. Van Alsteren was also not a quality challenger, and Wagner had the incumbency advantage. The only reason the margins were as close as they were because Van Alsteren's issue stances aligned with District 2. Now questions from our live studio audience.
I was wondering, what do you think these results mean for the nation going forward as a whole?
Great question. Well, as of the 2018 midterms elections, Republicans maintained majority in the Senate and Democrats took the House. Looking at the Senate, Hawley's win helped maintain the Republicans' majority because as of the 115th Congress, the Senate was comprised of 51 Republicans and 49 Democrats. This was a toss-up seat, and so if McCaskill had won, it could have contributed to the Democrats taking the House if Democrats had done better nationwide. There were only 5 incumbents who lost their re-election seat: Claire McCaskill, Joe Donnelly, Heidi Heitkamp, Dean Heller, and Bill Nelson.
District 2's results reveal that Wagner was one of the few Republicans to maintain her seat, with several seats flipped in favor of the Democratic Party. Democrats gained over 40 seats and won the House, creating a divided government. This is another instance of the same patterns of gridlock, which have occurred in the past 20 years. This phenomenon is not likely, though, to change in the foreseeable future. We will now take another question.
Why do you believe the election turned out the way it did?
I personally believe that Obama went too far left too quickly. And because of that, the people of Missouri decided to realign with the Republican Party. We have seen this happen historically in the past when Newt Gingrich went too far right too quickly, and that is how Obama was elected in the first place.
Also, voter turnout was a big factor. Across the nation, voter turnout was record-setting for this midterm. In 2014, only 34% of voters in Missouri turned out, but this year there was a turnout of 53.2%. We can speculate that people have an easier time expressing their dissatisfaction rather than their satisfaction with an administration, which they did for McCaskill. So thank you to our 2 UT students from Professor Theriault's government class.
We also have a very exciting announcement for our live studio audience. Look under your seats. You're all going home with a book, The Gingrich Senators by Professor Theriault. Thank you so much for coming. We'll see you next week.